subscribe. It's a new stream. Hit that like button. That really helps visibility on the platform. Without enough engagement, tend to not show up. Bummer. So while we wait, I'm just doing these background things real quick. Probably just minutes here. Yeah, if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe and follow along. We're live daily here with cutting-edge technical analysis brought to you live on YouTube by myself, Tom Crown. And while you have a minute, while we're setting up, check out the Patreon, guys. It's a lot of value. I put in tons of time every day with this. Patreon is for anyone who's new to crypto, new to trading, or not. Experienced traders as well are welcome. The Patreon aims to do is those looking for it to grow as traders, to invest in themselves, and learn a little bit, get a little stronger, learn to be self-sufficient in trading, and identify trade setups on their own without help. It also comes with weekly one-on-one tutoring, mentoring sessions with me. We just finished those up yesterday and this morning, as well as daily technical breakdowns of the Bitcoin chart and whatever chart we really want to look at as a group. Exclusive technical analysis posts, trade setups, and educational content published daily on the Patreon. So check that out if you're new, and if you're not new, welcome back. You know the gist of this. Right, things are looking pretty darn good actually. For once, I see the video on my own subscription feed. That's a good sign. We have some big in-house news today. Really big news. Very exciting. We hit overnight 14,000 subscribers. If you look below, it still says 13.9 for some reason. I don't know. YouTube's weird at updating it. But we are over 14,000 now. So congrats, guys. This journey, we've come so far. So freaking cool. I turned the mic up. I think this should be good now. I actually caught that the mic was a little low in comparison to the music. Should be good. Thank you guys for the heads up. You know we have audio problems all the time for some reason. Don't know why. But guys, 14,000 subscribers. This is amazing. Thank you all. Thank every single one of you who has been here. New people, everybody. We did this together. It's freaking great. So cheers. Here's to 15,000, 20,000, and I don't know. I'm hoping to keep subscribers level with Bitcoin. So let's get up to 15.4 before we crash and lose all our subscribers. No, we're doing good. You know, it was a really slow month of September. I think we may have netted 40 total subscribers, and in the last 2 days alone, I think we've gotten about 450. It's been a great 2 days. A lot of interest back in the space, but also I have to give a huge shout out to BitBoy on YouTube. BitBoy reached out. I guess he sometimes pops by our streams and asked me if I wanted to do an interview, and I said of course I want to do an interview. And we put a video together, basically just chatting about the future of investing, the future of asset classes, such as the dollar, gold, Bitcoin, etc. And that was a really good time. He's a great guy. Really enjoyed doing that interview with him. But huge shout out. He has 130,000 subscribers, and man, it was reflected. It was reflected in the amount of new subscribers we got just since that video was posted 2 days ago. So that is, I'm so thankful. That was awesome. We're gonna have to look for more creators to collaborate with, because the analytics are crazy. It just looks like a flat line and then like a Bitcoin chart. Huge peak since that video went out. I'm very thankful for that. Beyond words. You guys go ahead, check out that video. It's posted in our Discord. If you're not on there yet, good idea to get into Discord. Or you can just check out his channel, BitBoy Crypto on YouTube. Check that video out. Let me make sure that Discord link is working. That wasn't the Discord link, that was the Patreon link. Check out the Patreon link too. Got the Patreon link too. Let me see if this Discord link works. And it looks like we do. Man, this is like other than the mic being a little low in the beginning, this is pretty much a flawless start to this episode, so I'm feeling good. Very good about this. Usually I have a little more trouble than this starting out. So freaking great. Yeah, 70 tuning in so far. We just started up. That's pretty good. 7 minutes in, everyone will totally make their way in as usual. Thanks for coming, guys. Big day, guys. You were paying attention last night, or you're a patron, you got the post. Stock futures just going absolutely insane into this new week. Insane. Trading at all-time highs overnight, pre-market. And we've seen that rally translate into intraday trading. We do see new all-time highs. We're going to take a look at those soon. But we have actually also seen some markets that opened up with a gap. We've come back to fill them already, which could be an incredibly bullish sign. But we'll have to take a look at the chart. We'll see what's going on, if these gap fills really are promising to more upside, or if perhaps the market got a little too excited today. I'm still pounding the coffee today. Been a long one, but a good one. So, all right, rocking and pulling. One more paranoid check. Everything's good. Everything's good. All right. Oh, welcome back, fam. I do want to give a shout out. We have a few new patrons on board. It's great to have you guys. It's great to see people investing in themselves and their future and growing as a person and as a trader in the crypto space. So welcome, Edwin. It was great talking to you today. We chatted for a bit. And right before this episode started, Crypto World. Welcome, Crypto World, man. I look forward to getting to know you. They have sent me a message. I have not had a second to check yet. Friendly reminder, all patrons, please make sure connect your patron account to Discord. Very important. Very, very important. You will not get all of the value of the patron membership without it, so that applies to you. Make sure you're doing it. Okay, so since the last episode, what's happened? Too much. Looks as if Bitcoin had its little sell-off on the 7th with a tidy recovery, but not the strongest recovery yet. We are seeing some decent price action now. For the patrons, we had a target earlier this morning of 15.3 to the 15/60 area. Looks like price reached right up into it again, and is now consolidating. Let's zoom out, see what's going on here. I like this new background. It's really laggy. It's actually not even laggy. I don't know. That's just how slow it is. I sped it up. It doesn't make it any different. And I kind of like the way it looks, so maybe I can get a version that works better. Let's take a look here. So I'm gonna get a new chart out. That's what I like doing for you guys. New chart, fresh start. That's what I say. Chart, fresh start. I'm gonna name that chart this. New chart. Start. Highly recommend anyone who's into technical analysis do this daily. Start a new chart. Get a fresh what you've been looking at. You keep staring at the same bars and the same data, you're going to start getting complacent. Your mind's going to get tired. It's going to go into autopilot mode. We talk about that a lot here. Autopilot mode, not good for trading. Not going to help you out. You're not going to be performing at your peak, which is absolutely necessary, because in this market, everybody else is performing at their peak or they're losing. Don't be the one that's losing. Be the one who is on their toes, looking for any kind of new signs going on. Locally, this trend doesn't seem to extend to the left. That's all right. Let's zoom it out to the daily. Actually, we like to start out. Yeah, you know what? Even farther. Let's go back from the daily. I can't stop looking at this yearly chart, man. This yearly chart is something else. something else. This 2020 candle looking remarkably like the 2016 yearly candle, which we've looked at many times. And you know what? I'm in a good mood today. I'm excited. Kind of all over the place. I'm going to do my best to control my ADD here. We're just going to have to bear with me. We're gonna look at some awesome stuff. So let's zoom out to the yearly on the BLX chart. For new traders, BLX is the Brave New Coin Liquid Index, and it has the most chart history of anything. If you want to see anything long-term for big price action, you should be using BLX. Right here on TradingView. The exact ticker is BNC:BLX, Brave New Coin Liquid Index. Not exactly sure how they calculated this. I think they essentially just took data from cross exchanges and turned it into a big chart. So this is what we've been looking at here for quite some time. You can see right here is the 2016 candle. Right here is today, 2020 candle. We are seeing some remarkable similarities between these levels. If you've been around for the last few months, you know that we've been searching, as always, for any kind of edge in our markets. We've been finding them since early September. We've been finding these bullish edges, and they're really starting to play out here strong. This is one of my favorite. So if we remove the current price action and we look at just these bars, it should start to look a little familiar to you. We have in parallel here, this would be 2018, 2009, or 2017, 2018, 2019, and then this would be the current year. However, this is the 13, 14, 15, and 16th. So, like I said, this is parallel. To compare them, you know what? I think this is your way to see it. Let's just block these. Can't tell. We're gonna hide these just for this little practice here. There we go. So we see 2013 high at $1,170. Man, that's a long time ago, wasn't it? Imagine $1,177 being your 20K. Bitcoin, it never ceases to amaze us here. Okay. So what we see is a parabolic rally candle. 2013 tops out. 2014 we see a red yearly candle sells off. And then we have mostly sideways wicked 2015, and now the exciting one, 2016. This pattern right here. Turn it black. This pattern right here. Bear with me. Looks remarkably like what we're witnessing today. Remarkably. I'm having all kinds of trouble with this chart. It keeps flickering. Right. What we see is a year after the high is put in, we have a red candle, then we have a bottoming out, and we move into a large-bodied green yearly candle that kicks off the bull run, right? And so what's exciting about this is we see 2016, right before the epic year of 2017, we see price move up to the yearly wick high after the all-time high. So 2014's high, and we see a close right near that wick high. To parallel that to now, this wick would be 20K, and this wick would be 17.2. So we've been following this pattern really since October at some point. As soon as we saw the yearly overtake 13.863 this year, during last month, we started to notice this pattern looks really similar. So to follow this pattern, what we would see is a yearly close in 2020, 17,100, somewhere in that area. If we get that close, we have nearly identical yearly patterns here. Check this out. So what does that really mean? It means that Bitcoin may very well be on its way to a 2017 style rally. No, it's like too good to be true. It's almost scary, right? It's like I've waited so long. I don't know if I'm ready. So what we see is really exciting here. We don't really see many people talking about it. Certainly we didn't see people talking about it when we found it. So to repeat, we only really need to see this year move up and close near 17.2. Get that number from the wick high in the year after the all-time high. And then to repeat, we see a giant candle response. That's probably what we're looking at least so far, until we find something that invalidates this model. That's what we're looking for. If we zoom in a little more, we can get maybe some extra clues or information on what we might be expecting. So what we see here is October. This is the quarterly candles now, so these represent 3 months. In October, these candles pretty similar. We don't have these red dojis in between, which is arguably takes a little off course, but that's okay. But what we do have is October closing above the quarterly resistance here back in 13 and 14, right here, and we have that again. And that's what's gotten us really excited here. And the more we zoom in, really the more similarities we see. So when we talk about fractals and patterns on charts, we're never looking for literal exact candle movements. What we're looking for is a trend. We're looking for clues. We're never going to find exactly the same. It's always going to, no matter what, it's always going to play out a little different. Let's zoom in here to the monthly. Let's take a look. So right here is October 2016. Let's narrow our view back in, or narrow our scope right here, and we see October, nice green candle, closes above the previous local highs, which we have. And then we see November, which is this month. November, little doji candle. Closes green, has a wick on the top and bottom, low volatility. That's really what we were expecting for this month. So far, not totally on course, which is the only thing at this point that's making me pay extra attention. A little more volatility than I expected. But so far, these candles are still pretty identical. You see a green-bodied candle with a wick on the top and the bottom. Not too much difference there. But then that's the exciting part is here. Exciting part comes in December. This is the December candle before 2017, last candle in 2016. What we see is we see a close at the wick high. People are talking loudly in my house. Now they know I'm streaming. Wonderful. And so what we would see here in December is a move up and a close right underneath 17.2. That would be almost identical in the pattern. And then we can infer, if we do get that close, we might see some similar Q1 action to the 2017 price action. So we see January pulling back, closing as a red doji, but it does set a new high. And what it does is it has the first test of the previous all-time high, 1177. So we would expect a small doji candle in November, then a December candle moving up. Oh wait, I got this backwards. Talking about January now. Sorry guys. People talking really loud in my house got me mixed around there. So January, we would expect to see our first test of our all-time high at 20,000, with a pullback, but closing pretty sideways. So what we may see is a test of 20.
The Chinese word for hamster is kangshu.
Thank you, Dallin-san, for the 5, and for the hamster fact. The Chinese word for hamster is something I can't pronounce. Angushu. I dig it. Thank you, sir. Got my people in my house get me distracted. Dallin get me distracted. This hamster facts. Thank you, dude. You see this pullback to a very specific point. And where we can infer that specific point would be here. Would be 13,831. So we could see a rally to 17.2 into the end of the year. January, but I'm going to go ahead and say Q1, because we don't know. We're never going to have the exact same pattern repeat. I'm going to say Q1 of 2021. We can expect a pullback back down to 13,831. This was the most important value in crypto. There's only two values that really, I can say, have been super, super important in the last year. Now, those values are 10,500, where we saw a wick high in late October 2019. Right here to 10.5, and then we saw it again in February of 2020, which resulted in a sell-off down to 3,800. That was a pivotal level, so important. Luckily, we're able to overcome it this year. So that would be the other important value. And 13,800. This is on BLX, so the numbers are a little different. It's actually 13,864 on Coinbase is the next pivotal level. As we can see, we got our pullback and tested 10,500 on the monthly here. Confirmed it as support. Told the market we're good to move up. We've broken 13,864. We're projecting a close of this year near 17,100, and then we expect to see at some point a back test that 13,831. If we get that, if we get these two conditions, a close near 17.1, a pullback to 13.8, Q1 of 2021, we're set for this. We're back in this territory. Very, very exciting stuff, guys. The similarities here, in my opinion, coming from someone who looks at charts all day, every day, are spooky. It's absolutely spooky. The wick in March really kind of throws off the visual similarity here for a lot of people. I understand that, but I don't think that it really matters. If we block this out, what's really crazy is if you take that wick out, look at how beautiful the Bitcoin chart looks now. And again, wicks are rejected price levels. Market traded there, but it said, hey, this is not the correct level. We don't agree on this price, so we're going to move it back up. We remove that wick low in March. What we get is a beautiful, beautiful cup and handle. Like amazingly bullish. Without that wick, I think people would be... I think they may have a totally different sentiment on Bitcoin right now. Because this pattern's gorgeous. And it would then again look a lot more like this as well. We have some kind of cup here. Then we have that handle as well. So again, patterns aren't ever going to be exactly the same. They're not going to be identical. But they're going to have the same trend or the same feeling, direction, formation. Let's say formation behind it. The similarities here are remarkable. So write it down. Write it down right now, and you can come back and tell me. You can make fun of me if I was wrong. Come the end of this year, Q1 2021, looking for a 17.2 close to mirror what happened in 2016 at the end of the year. And we're looking for a back test of our critical resistance to turn it into support at 13.8 to mirror what happened in January of 2017. And if we hold that level, the probability of seeing a similar run result from it is very high. So this is a super exciting chart. And yes, you can throw anything on a chart and say, look, wouldn't this be awesome? Of course. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because anyone can just say that. We have so many supporting pieces of evidence here that are all technical, quantifiable, observable. So what we have is, starting in September, or ending in September, shall I say, we had the second highest quarterly close ever. Higher than any of the quarterly closes in 2019. That was a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. What that showed is that the market is willing to settle higher than a previous quarterly high. And as you can see, he's kept coming down. A lower close would have been not great. It would have said to the market that we're maybe not ready to start trading higher. So the quarterly gave us a great signal. Wonderful signal. If we look at the 1 month, we've been closing. Gonna like get upset because people keep making noise and messaging me in the house. They know I'm streaming. See, we had the highest monthly closes here starting in July from all of 2019. Obviously not higher than 2018, 2017 back here, but as of this month, now we're gonna potentially see that. We're already trading well above it. We have 21 days, so there's plenty of time to go. And if you remember what we were just saying, we're looking for more of a doji candle. It doesn't have to be, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to see this monthly close lower, maybe in this range. Maybe as low as 14.4, something like that. And that would be fine. It'd be perfectly on track. Really not a big deal. So on the monthly, we have more technical evidence. If we look at the MACD, we see that this month, and this actually just happened last few days here, this is one of our newer edges. The MACD histogram here has set a higher high versus 2019. This is huge. This is a monthly indicator, monthly oscillator, something that's measuring the highs and the lows. And it's saying you have a higher high, you don't have bearish divergence. This rally, we are in agreement with this rally, says the MACD. Typically, this is a ridiculous signal. Provided this monthly candle closes in this condition, which is looking extremely probable outside of the crazy black swan. If we close this histogram bar higher than this green line, higher than August in 2019, in my opinion, the bull run is confirmed. Easy as that. I don't want to call it yet. You guys know I don't like to hype people up. We have 21 days. Anything can happen in 21 days. But here is a quantifiable, measurable, observable piece of technical analysis that suggests we are where we think we are in this pattern. We don't see any sign of weakness on the monthly. We don't see any waning bullish momentum. If anything, we're seeing it pick up. The moves between these candles seem to be getting greater and greater. Very exciting. We move to the weekly. This is the first piece of this is the first bullish edge that we actually found back in September. It was like the first week of September. We did an episode on Bollinger Bands, and we spotted this before anybody. Right here on the sell-off, right into the start of September, we saw the price stop at a very specific point. That point is in the middle Bollinger Band on the weekly time frame. The middle Bollinger Band is the 20 moving average, for people who might not know what Bollinger Band is, but it's a critical moving average to bull runs historically. If we look back to 2019, which at the time felt like a bull run, but we see more and more evidence as to why it wasn't. We see that it did not touch the middle Bollinger Band at all. In fact, it only touched it once it was ready to dump.
On the BLX, can you turn off everything but the 200 daily and then check back what happened? Every time we broke a previous high of Ma Big Boy MA.
We can take a look at that rego. I just want to get through this. You guys love distracting me. You guys know it messes me up. You know what I should do? I should mute the alert box while I'm doing this. Yeah, that's right. 2019, we don't see that. could be maybe the piece of evidence that we wish we had back then, that we were paying attention to, that says this isn't quite what we think it is. If we look back to previous bull runs, we see that in fact this is a critical point. You see price retakes the 20, tests it before rallying, tests it again before rallying, tests it again. It's just a series of rallies that pull back middle Bollinger Band on the weekly. Then we have one example where we don't, and guess what? We got our blow off top right there. So we're gonna be watching that weekly Bollinger Band the whole way up on this magic Bitcoin ride. Very important level. You see also on the weekly is, at least locally, we're putting in higher highs as well on Bollinger Band, and we don't have any bearish divergence on our highs locally on the weekly. This is really well set up. We do have a higher high back in 2019. It is far removed, so we're not, I mean, it's absolutely still valid, but it's not going to be as impactful as this local action. But what this suggests is that we need to move even higher to eclipse this value. May see a pullback before price runs again and puts in a higher RSI in the weekly. But these are all extremely bullish things. I can't even keep track of all of these edges we found. We found so many. It's amazing. We were the first ones to spot on the 6-day. Not just the 6-day, but the 5-day and the 4-day and the 3-day and the 2-day. We had bullish divergence on both the MACD and RSI. We knew that back here. We had so many signals suggesting we were going to get this rally. All those time frames, you see the exact same thing on the RSI and MACD. And look them up. They're all there. So we have a few more things. I really want to just get all these in one episode in. We look at the 3-day and we look at the Ichimoku cloud, a wonderful indicator that I'm a fan of. It is pretty common, but for some reason lots of people don't use it. We got our 3-day cross above the cloud. The last time we had seen that was on the 23rd of July, before rallying to 12,500 from about 9,300. We got it again the 21st of October at just under 12,000, and that's taken us to 16,000. We caught that the day it closed. We were watching it. Even more exciting is we have the 4-day here. We got that same signal on the 4-day, October 11th. And what's really interesting about this one is that we have not seen a cross up above the Ichimoku cloud. Last time we saw it, right here, 14th of February 2017. So many technical signals here. We didn't have it, obviously. None of these things we're talking about did we have in 2019. These rallies are very technically different. That's why when I see articles about 2019, this rally is going to end up the same way. There is nothing that suggests that technically. There's nothing in the chart that suggests that. In fact, if you're paying attention, everything says that they're just technically different rallies. Technically in the technical, it's not the other way. But there is nothing that suggests they're similar. Finally, the ultimate piece on the cake for me, Ichimoku flipped positive, crossed bullishly in October. This is a signal that happens so rarely. So rarely. Yes, we got one in March simply because of how volatile it was. But if you look back on trading or on Coinbase, the history doesn't even have it. You don't even see another example of it. If you go on BLX, we see that happened June 1st. 1st of June, right? Yep. 2016 was the last time we got a cross up. We are seeing so many exciting signals here. Time before that, right here. 1st of February 2013. In fact, I can say this. Every single bull run has started with a cross up on Ichimoku cloud on the monthly. Very exciting. February 2013, June 2016, and then October 2020. Absolutely amazing stuff. It is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I go in to see the 100-day. Okay. I was going to do this with the 200 EMA, but we can do this with the 200 MA as well, I'm sure. Well, you know, we'll put on both. So to do, here we go. So on the daily, we have two different moving averages, 200 daily and the 200 exponential moving average daily. They're just a different calculation of the same thing. And what we see is the dark green here, actually, one at a time. 200 daily moving average peaked in June 2018, and as of November 2020, created a new high. And what Rico's suggesting is every time this has happened, that we've started a bull run. Let's see, December 2016 back here. I haven't looked at this specifically, but just having looked at charts enough, I have a feeling this is absolutely correct, so thank you, Rico. December 16th, 2016, 200 moving average on the daily set a new high. Looks like that resulted in a bull run. Back here. Oh yeah, this one's going to be even cleaner. November 2020, the 200 daily moving average set a new high. Boom, bull run. So we have 1, 2, and then potentially 3 examples of each time the 200 daily moving average reaches a new all-time high, we result in a bull run. I think that that's definitely accurate. What I was gonna say, and it's very similar, but this is what I caught first. I didn't catch the 200 until later, but the 200 EMA, so exponential moving average, and essentially what that is a faster responding moving average. Not necessarily better, but it weights data heavier the more recent it is. And so what we saw is really the same thing Rico's talking about here, that this might have given us a warning just a nudge earlier, is back on August 2020, the 200 exponential moving average set a new high. And since then, I mean, we did retrace, but price rather reactive to this. I actually haven't gone back and looked at it before. What happened? Sure, it's the same. Sure, it's the same thing, but yeah, we had a little fake out here in the previous one on the 200 EMA. So maybe I owe Rico more props because there were no fake outs on the EMA or on the MA. See it again, October 7th, 2016. Crosses, bull run. Go back for this last one. Okay. September 2012, 200 EMA daily sets new high, bull run. We have so many fundamental technical things suggesting what's going on here that it's hard for me to be bearish. My favorite thing is finding evidence against the 2019 argument. Here's another one. 2019, the 200 EMA, it didn't set a new high. In fact, it didn't really even come close. You can see that it just barely missed it before selling off. We'll take a look at the 200 daily. That's also true. Same thing. 2019 rally was just simply flawed. It didn't have any of the technical signs or signals that we've seen. And yes, we only have 10 years of chart history, so something new can always happen. Past whatever, not indicative of future results, whatever. But we still look for these patterns in technical analysis. In 2019, it had none of them. It had none of the things we just pointed out. This rally has all of them. When we combine that with what we're seeing on the charts, it becomes really difficult to stay level-headed here. Like, let's see, today, yesterday, the day before, that candle close on the daily was 15,600. The last time we closed a daily that high, 8th of January 2018. This is some crazy stuff. Very exciting. I meant to talk a lot more about markets, but I got into Bitcoin. Glad we went through that. I don't think I've done all of it in one episode, despite I'm sure that I missed some of our things. We've had so many signals. That's really the bottom line is we started with very few, but they were still bullish edges that we found, and they just keep coming out of the woodwork over and over and over again. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So I did want to look at stocks here quick. Not even quick. I wanted to look at them because they've had a spicier day than Bitcoin. Bitcoin kind of just chilling. We look at the S&P 500. We see that it actually came back down to touch our support. We haven't looked at this since October, so I didn't know that. True. Did come back down, bounced off of our support. Excellent. Did it paint any divergence? Yes. On the 4-hour painted bullish divergence. On MACD and on our side we got a rally. Sweet. And then today opened with a large gap. Rather large gap. New high 3,646. Previous high 3,588. And we have a gap down to 3,521. So this is spicy because the day did start as a rally, and we're seeing, I guess the market is closed now, right? Daily savings time is messing me up. Yeah, we should be closed. Either way, price reaching back down to fill that gap. So when I woke up, I can't say that I thought that would happen. I kind of thought we would have more upside in the day. We're seeing this daily close as a pretty ugly gravestone doji. Let's see what our indicators have to say. We do have a higher high in price, and so we want to see higher swings on RSI to indicate that we are actually seeing bullish movement and we're not seeing some kind of fake out here. Let's look at the daily. Looks ugly as anything, man. Jeez, double bearish divergence. So we see from the high in September 2nd, RSI was at its highest point. Today, not even coming close.
YouTube famous BTC King of Kings, first of his name, Crown Daddy, protector of the crypto realm. OMG, I got a new correct city is still homeless.
Thank you, Josh. Hey, at least Burger King's gonna keep him warm throughout the winter. With this high, we're not seeing really great signs actually, which is strange. RSI is lower, MACD is lower. Our oscillators are not agreeing with our price move here on at least the S&P 500. Zoom it out maybe to the weekly because we did just start a new week. Last week, a janky bearish, bullish engulfing candle. Wow, this looks really choppy. Unable, man. Just like unable to set any kind of significant new highs on our indicators for the S&P 500 here. That is not really bullish. It is really not that bullish. Despite the price move. I would personally, for this one, be looking to completely fill that gap, 3,529, or even looking at this thing again. Like, not getting, if we look back at Bitcoin, look at it on the daily. On MACD. Look at our RSI on Bitcoin. There we go. You see that our higher highs do have increased highs on our RSI. We're not seeing that on S&P at all. S&P, we're seeing actually a series of lower highs. S&P, coin. Wow, TradingView is really trolling me today. Well, that's okay. At least it's not, I don't know, YouTube or whatever else trolls me throughout the day. A lot. So we see higher RSI highs on Bitcoin, and we don't see that on S&P 500. Not a great sign, to be honest. We're gonna look at Dow. Look at the Dow, and we're gonna look at NASDAQ here, and then we get into what we normally do. So same deal here with DJI, with the Dow. We have a new high, closed in a gravestone doji, a rather bearish daily candle. And we still, I guess this one technically has a higher RSI locally, but it still has that same series of descending RSI highs. That's bearish divergence. It signals that these rallies, though the price is going up, may be looking to reverse. We see this as a really long stretching thing for it, going back all the way 2 years plus. On the lows here, we have no bullish divergence on these lows, and that's not adding any power to it. The RSI is coming down lower in agreement with price. Wow, this looks ugly. I thought the DJIs looked ugly forever. I was really surprised to see it set a new high today. So its gap all the way down to 28,500 might be where might be some value there for a bounce. See, and if we look, what's really crazy to me is this gap that we had all the way back in February. Now we can really just extend that out, because this new gap is pretty much, is it like to the candle? Exact same spot. Definitely a problematic zone, the Dow Jones Industrial. I'm absolutely looking for price to return there, especially after closing this candle as a doji, or gravestone. I would have thought the exact opposite this morning when I woke up and looked at these at the tickers. I was like, man, this is up like 6%. That's a ridiculous day. Apparently not. Looking more and more as we spy on these. Oh, beautiful. Dude, we've been nailing these. We have been nailing these indices. Look at this. Look at these. Boom, boom. Double hit. Still didn't get that. Double hit. Bounced again. I can't believe I haven't looked at these since October. Although, what is interesting is NASDAQ not setting a new high, unlike its partners. Failing to get a new high. In a counterintuitive way, though, this might be more bullish. Let's take a look. Yes, this is weird. This chart is weirdly more bullish than both the Dow and the S&P 500 right now, which is confusing me. We have bullish divergence on our lows here on this trend line as we have RSI coming down lower. And that's much, there is a small bit bearish divergence here on the highs, but this is much less intense. Much less intense than the other indices we just looked at. The other indices put in higher price highs, but they were pretty much the same on RSI, whereas this one didn't. And so that isn't quite as threatening. It's only when you have a higher high that you see for bearish divergence with RSI being lower. So this is weird, because previously I was the most bearish on Dow. Dow set a higher high. I was the most bullish on S&P 500. And I'm talking about just indices, which is doing okay. I believe after that gap fills, that probably will see a bounce. But I really wasn't bullish on NASDAQ at all. I was just kind of neutral. But after seeing it test our support and bounce, test our support like twice, and now keeping back those gains and avoiding painting this bearish divergence we're seeing across the rest of the market, I may end up being more bullish on NASDAQ. Markets always give you surprises, guys. That's That's a heck of a surprise. You know what? We have to wrap that up with. We have to wrap it up with the dollar, because you can't look at all these charts and not look at the dollar. You're not getting the whole story. Wow, dollar looking like crap too. All right. It does have some divergence here. We see a low and a lower low today. RSI showing a higher low, so we have a little bullish divergence here. Surprised we haven't tested this 91.74 price point on Dixie yet. For once, I'm actually thinking I'm going to go into a shorter time frame. We have a lower high and a higher high on our side. Not looking that great either. But you see, we were looking at what I was assuming was a bear flag. Broke down, as bear flags do. We got a nice little bullish engulfing candle, so where does that set us? No real bullish divergence on the lows here on the daily, so I'm not convinced by the dollar's, not convinced by today's daily on the dollar here. It looks really to me like it's moving to back test the bear flag, ascending channel, whatever pattern you want to name it. To me, it looks like it's back testing it after being rejected from the top, breaking out. This looks like it's back testing and going to reject again. So this 19.74, 19.75 still in play, and I still think that this is where it's heading. The dollar is a trickster, does all kinds of weird moves. Very hard to predict. With that rejection from the top here, moving down so gracefully underneath here and kind of pausing, this trend line isn't very perfect. To me, that's really showing some weakness, showing that like this bounce is maybe just a dead cat bounce. Yeah, it's definitely going to need to close a candle above 92.96. If it can do that, we're back into this wedge. I think the edge though here is absolutely a rejection, and look to test the yearly low from back in September on the dollar. And this lines up with a good amount of what we've seen on indices here. Though I do think indices look bearish, I don't believe that these rallies are done. I think they will see some higher highs, but with each higher high, they're really losing momentum and they're not showing signs of wanting to continue up. And if that's the case, see, at least in the short term, likely into like Q1 of 2020, we would expect to see the dollar move down. It is not common to see the dollar move up and stocks move up at the same time. Typically they run in opposite directions. And so this lines up. Lines up with what we're looking for. That's pretty neat. Okay. That took longer than I thought it would. That took like an hour. Holy crap. Just been droning on. Droning on for an hour. That's what happens when Josh and Rico and Dallin distract me, guys. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm just kidding. Love you guys. Thank you for the donations. I really wanted to power through that. I think it would take that. That's okay. We got plenty of time. We're going to jump into the chat here, see what you guys are talking about, buzzing about, see what you want to look at next. Before that, I'm going to shamelessly self-promote myself, guys. Please remember to hit the like button for the new stream. Those likes are so important to the visibility of our channel, for the discoverability for new people find our channel. So it means a lot. Also, if you're new, please subscribe here. We just hit 14,000. We're going for 15,000. We're taking gentlemen's bets over under 2 days. When we hit 15K subscribers, I will award the best guess with a single dodge cool. Huge prize, I know. Ready to bank. Get your guesses out. But help us get to 15K, it'd be amazing. Just a month ago, we were at 13 and 1, maybe. 2 months ago, we were at like 12,900, so we've seen a lot of growth in the last few weeks, and it's freaking amazing. I love it. Remember to subscribe if you're new here, guys. Keep up with our daily streams. We're live every day. As well as, due to the that we see from the tubes a lot, really important you guys get into the Discord. It's the only way to keep up with our streams. You'll get a notification. Typically, you won't get a notification on YouTube for whatever reason. And if you have the bell hit, please do. Please subscribe and hit the bell anyway. It's good for the channel. But if you're in Discord, you're never going to miss one of our streams unless you want to. We'll get trade alerts in there. There's a 24/7 live stream chart, chat, lots of educational resources. So make sure you get in there. It really helps you keep up with the rest of the fam. And finally, had a bunch of new patrons sign up actually in the last few days, which is amazing. But guys, check out the Patreon. If you're someone who's new to crypto or new to trading, this is perfect for you. If you're someone who's been trading, you're looking, you feel as if maybe you've plateaued. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you just want to be the best trader you can be. I gotcha. I would love to help you with that goal. Check out the Patreon. It's really education based. I work with you one-on-one on a weekly basis. Daily, we have all kinds of technical analysis stuff going on. I put in countless hours to the Patreon. I'd love to have more family members join. So check it out, guys. Absolutely worth the value. Feel free to ask any of the current patrons how they feel about it. Or they'll be honest. I don't think any of them really ever say anything negative, but patrons, be honest. You can be negative. If you don't like it, tell them. So yeah, that's I think that's really the whole shill, right? That like and subscribe button. There we go. Okay, shill done. Give me a second or two here to catch up on the chat. See what 210 people are talking about. Holy. Pretty good numbers. Not yesterday's numbers. This is pretty good numbers. 220, very nice. Only 98 likes. I mean, 98, that's great. But if you forgot or you haven't hit it yet, please hit it. Please. I don't want to drop out of search. It's such a bummer. The longer we're in search, the longer these episodes go typically, so that like button, because if we fall out of search, I usually lose a lot of motivation. Alright, catching up with the chat. Some shout outs. All of our fams. I don't know if I can do all of them. I feel like that takes way too much time. People get bored. What's up, Emmett Wilson, Wolfpack, Aaron, Jan Morganor, Dallinson, Sly Separator, XXSE, S3, my bad. Wolfpack, I don't even know. I'm just running through. Might say your names twice. That's okay. Kieran Ford, Josh, brother Josh, Matt, D Bizzle is back for the day. Ringo Dingo, what's up, brother? I'm doing great. Rico S, Voltage, R Martin, what's up, bro? You want to check out Mana? We can look at Mana then. I don't have the whole chat history, so this will be. Inoha M joining us again. Great to see you. I don't know if I didn't actually check to see if you got in the Patreon or last episode, but you better be Noxki. Or not the Patreon. Ooh, I've been talking too long. The Discord. I didn't check to see if you joined the Discord, but you better at this point. Inoha M, no excuses. What's up, DC? Crypto Union, hype the chat. I like that. I like you, buddy. Welcome here at any time. Dirk Von Meer, what's up, dude? It's my birthday. Thank you for remembering. Appreciate it. I'll go strong. DKMUK. Well, it's Mala, the beautiful Mala's here. Shamir, VC Shamir, hello. Ryan Reddy, what's up, dude? Steven Dedalus, my man, what's up, dude? Edom, Roman Chochula, Vlad Stolyarov, sorry if I butchered that. Meiser, what's up, man? Jared Macy, how you doing, brother? Professor X, Bella B. Don't tune out. I'm almost done. Have Balaj BC the Shaman. What's up, the Shaman? Bitcoin holding 15,000. Pumped. You should be. No S. What's up, dog? And did I get everybody? Sylv, the wonderful Sylv is here. Emmett Wilson, I think I got you, but you're worth calling out twice. Oh, I think someone just crashed their car outside my house. Kenan, what's up, Kenan? Watime, Tom G, the man, saved me the other night with the lady food picking out advice. Did you save me? Chris S, what's up? Funny colors. I think I got Martin Plumbing and Heating. What's up? Sean Gardner, Matthew, Dibby, Diento, Count Stacula. That's an awesome one. Jean Carlos, Harvey Specter. All right, and Sir Dick. Welcome, everybody. Great to have you all here. Digging the viewership and the hype lately going on. Really digging it. Motivates me like nothing else. I'd love to see. Yes, Josh. I know you want to see OMG. For everyone joining, Josh every day wishes to see G, and every day I have the same answer for him. And it looks like that is true again, doesn't it? Still looking for this big bottoming pattern. Actually, maybe there's something new that we can spy here. Like we're in some kind of descending channel, doesn't it? Which is a good thing. Maybe it's a wedge channel. MGs. Yeah, that's pretty good looking. Whether it's a descending channel or wedge, it doesn't matter. They both result typically in a break to the upside, as we've been watching for forever. Little bearish divergence here locally, but even more locally we see some bullish divergence on RSI's lows.
Cheers, Tom. Can we take a look at Ocean? Looking for exit point.
Ocean. Yeah, we can look at it. Let me finish up here with OMG's. Shouldn't be too long because nothing has changed. Still ranging. Looks like maybe our new trading range is 250 support that we sniped all the way back September, and $3.28 as resistance right now. OMG really on the same track it's been on. I'll look at the 4 hour and then I'm moving on, Josh. I love you and I always appreciate you and your support of the channel, but until something happens on OMG, I'm starting to get sick of looking at it all the time. 4 hours, slight bullish divergence on the lows. That's fancy. Check out where our moving averages is, because something tells me, yep, right underneath the 100, bouncing off the 50. There's really no edge. We're just in the same zone, just in this. It's gonna move sideways until Bitcoin dominance reverses or until Bitcoin moves to the next level. Fortunately, wish I had more for you. Do that every day, Josh. For Sir Justin Bonds. James Justin Bond. Take a look at Oceanic. Bond. Mr. Bond. USD pair, USD pair or BTC pair? I'll wait for your answer, but until then, I'm just gonna do the USDT pair. Hey Gaius, thanks for joining us, brother. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Oh yeah, R. Martin. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about Mana yet. Let me queue it up for you. That way you know. No, I haven't forgotten. Okay, it's queued up. Take a look at the ocean.
Hey Tom, I have a spicy trend at AAVE. Care to take a peek?
AAVE. Vladu Satenko, brother, for you. I'll queue it up. I don't even know what that is. It might be something really obvious. I just don't know. Okay, it's a coin. USD or Bitcoin pair. I'm gonna load up Bitcoin until I hear otherwise. Alright, let's get the big chart up. With the crazy background. And I get to stretch. I don't like stretching on camera, it looks weird. Those look. Alright, daily MACD. Little concerning here. But we don't have any confirmation, at least on the daily, that this rally is over. See it on our RSI as well. But we haven't seen, we're having a higher candle close here likely on the daily. I would be careful with this one. This is my first piece of warning at the something on here looking a little strange. Don't see signs of it slowing down yet, but if we do, that's going to be a pretty strong signal, at least in my opinion, to jump out of the ship. Following this. Binance the longest history on this? Bond, could you tell me? Let me know, because this doesn't look like a lot of history. I'm not familiar with Ocean, so I don't really know. Still pounding the copies. Is Binance the longest chart history for Ocean? That's what I'm looking for. Not that much here. I can try to work with it. Okay. Right in the 20. Can't complain about that. Bond, brother, I would absolutely be eyeing this 20 daily moving average, currently at 46 cents. 46. Break below that, and I'm gonna, especially with the bearish divergence on MACD and RSI that we're seeing potentially. It's not there yet. Set up for it. See a reversal. That'll likely play out pretty quick. Wow. Solid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weekly candles here. Solid. Okay, Q coin. Then let's throw this one away and let's get Q. Why can I only find the BTC pair then? Bittrex typically has long histories. There we go. May 2019. Just for you, Bond. Just because I love you, brother. I'll look really quick to see if this is longer. No, it's not. Okay, Bittrex has the longest USDT history. That is good. Let's put it on logarithmic so we can actually see what's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and ignore that wick. Bittrex has an issue with wicks. Especially with pairs that aren't traded heavily. The crazy wicks on Bittrex, I typically ignore them. Bittrex isn't super high volumes, but it's acceptable. So here's some good stuff. So I'm glad we found a more chart history on this. It's a good thing. If we didn't, I'd be a little more concerned for you. We see that it actually has only retraced to the 236. This is a very shallow retrace. Very shallow. We see the MACD has bullish divergence on the weekly already. We have that confirmed. We have a lower swing low on our MACD compared to the previous one. And we've already flipped to bullish, so we have it confirmed. This isn't potential like the daily has the potential bearish divergence. Let's see if RSI agrees. RSI doesn't agree, but that's okay. We see the lower swing low on MACD is here at 2.6 cents. Then the lower swing low here, the 5th of October, is all the way up at 30 cents. So that is a bullish divergence. We do have some kind of bullish sign here, right here. I'm gonna take it from the candles. Take it from the candle closes, which I don't typically do, but I really want to ignore that wick. Both. Still holding that potential trend. Following the 20 weekly as well. Wow. Okay. Well, we have our pretty neat and clear indicators. Neat and clear signs here. So the weekly 20 is leading price up, acting as support. You see it at 36.68 cents. This is a value I would be extremely aware of if I was in this company. Extremely aware of. That's enough. Do not want to see price go below here. Likely to act as support as well. And we zoom it into the daily. See, that's a pretty solid line. Okay, we have as well. The daily is acting on the 20 as support as well, and that's all the way up at 46 cents, pretty much on the dot. So I think that is another value we're going to be looking at. If you're in a short-term trade, if you entered poorly, like up here maybe today or back here on the 27th, I may, actually, I'm not gonna say that. The smart move, my opinion, is if we see a sell-off below 46 cents is gonna get dangerous. Below 36 cents, very dangerous. So I'd be keeping my eyes on those. It really would depend on where you entered. If you entered down here in early October, I more likely want to lean towards the 36.6 cents. But if you entered in a bad position and you're tight, I would look at 46. We're gonna do a few more things here. We're gonna look at where have we retraced from this high, the 382. And we see that that 20 weekly right here lines up really well with our 0.5 retraces. Our bread and butter here, 37.5 cents. We're overlapping essentially. So instead of adding a line here, I'm gonna add a little zone. A little zone here. Likely to find some support in this range. We're gonna use fib one more time. Let's see where it will be when we take it from the absolute high to the absolute low swing of this local price action. So we have exceeded the 618, but we have not touched the 786. So we could still be in a 618 retrace, which wouldn't be great. Don't want to see a rejection from these levels. And the fact that we could be seeing bearish divergence here on the daily might not be a great sign. What we're really going to want to see is price exceed 59 cents. We want to see the 786 retaken. And then if we see a sell-off, we're in a lot better shape. We also want to see RSI come up. Also want to see MACD come up. Let's zoom it in one more time here. Hit my vape one more time. Bring the regular window back on. YouTube does not like the vaping.
Black magic.
Okay. 20 on the 4 hour. Not so much support, but we do have a trend line. Establish. Visually right here, I can see it. Yep. The eye. Got the eye for trend line. Trend line eye. Okay. No longer really hit our fib, but let's mark this because this is the value we want to overtake. We want to overtake that 58 cent zone. However, we're likely to see some resistance here. Not a lot. I'll make it dotted. It's not a huge resistance, but some. 59 cents. So where are we when we zoom out? RSI on the 4 hour doesn't have that much doesn't have that much more it needs to move up to avoid it on the 4 hour, which is a great sign. This bump right here on the 24th is a little concerning. It took a lot of buying power to move the price up just to 48 cents. Or it does seem to have consolidated there. This does look a lot like a bull flag. Actually, really similar price action to Bitcoin. And MACD, not a lot going on there. It's really, here's like what I'm seeing. This is my final breakdown. A test of this 60 cents is looking very probable. When we get that test, we're gonna have to look at the daily and the 4 hour. You might even want to zoom in a little closer, but the 4 hour is probably good because it is likely to find some resistance. And if we have that bearish divergence, if we haven't set new RSI highs, new MACD highs, then it's probably time to look to get out. In that case, I would almost certainly expect a retrace back to the 46 cent level. Actually, one more fib. I'm on a fib day here. That's the 618. So if we get a bounce there at our 46 in this hypothetical, retest of the 75 cent high looks likely. So this could be pretty close to what happens. It's just really going to be important what our indicators are telling us once we reach that 59 cent level. So I think that's a pretty good rundown. A strong rejection here, likely to send us back to the 36, but we could see a rather nice stop area. May want to use this local low instead of exactly 46 cents. I like this better, 44.99, so just under 45 cents. Maybe a smart stop if you're in a bad position. But likely just taking profit at 59 would be the play if I was not comfortable myself with the position. Boom. There we go. Hope that was good for you, Mr. Bond. Let's move on. Mr. Bossman. I stopped reading chat again because can't multitask. Can't multitask. All right. What's next? We have a few lined up here. Avi. No, I did say to Mr. Martin that we would do that first, so let's look at that. At the mana. Mana BTC or mana USD, my friend, because I have BTC pulled up. And that's an ugly retrace. Ugly. Let's see. Ooh. 110 watching, alright. I didn't ignore you, Mr. Bossman. I didn't ignore you. We did look at NASDAQ, we can look at it again. I think NASDAQ I'm weirdly more bullish on than S&P and S&P and DJI at the moment, but I will. I'm gonna get to it in the order received, so just give me a minute. Alright. You want a BTC? Perfect, because that's what I have up. Sweet. Okay. We did have a pretty ugly retrace here on mana. Pretty ugly. We exceeded the 786, which is it's an uncommonly deep retrace. And it's now just moving back to that 618 level. Really no longer need this fib. What we're gonna do now, because we're seeing a clear reversal, is we're gonna flip it. And now we're gonna see where we are in the retrace from the high. Going the other way. This is the level that immediately stands out to me. Right underneath the weekly resistance. Dailies. MACD looks fine. RSI up on here. Okay. Definitely some daily bullish div. That's going to translate out to the weekly. Let's grab the weekly. First, we need to look at the moving average on the daily. Then we'll grab the weekly. Go quick here. And I hate these old charts. I have to do so much clicking. Okay, retook the 200 daily. That's an excellent sign. Short-term target just immediately stands out to me for mana. 700 sats. If you're looking to get out of the mana, if you don't like your position, and 700 sats is in profit, that's where I'd be looking. It's right at the 100 daily moving average. It's extremely probable that it gets hit here. Right, on the weekly, wow, back above its averages. Above the 100, above the 50. Spicy. Flashing. Look at our, there it is. There we go. This is what we were looking at on the daily. Weekly showing clear bullish divergence. Not yet confirmed, unfortunately. However, looking very strong, looking very probable. We have a lower swing low on MACD and RSI, and a higher swing low in price. Our mana BTC pair. RSI currently at 53, is plenty of room in either direction. Currently talking for like an hour and a half with no break, just melted my brain a little bit. Okay. Let me guess 700, 703rd. Alright, this is where it gets a little sloppier. We're above the weekly TK, that's good. The next 6 days, really looking to close this weekly above 640 sats. This is going to be for the macro. Macro on this chart. Want to see a close above 640 sats. However, you are going to run into resistance here at 738. We had as well that 700 zone or 700 level. Let's put a zone here as well. Looking very likely. 700 to 740 area looking very likely here. We do see that price is escaping the cloud. We see that that 700 level that we're looking at is right around, or right here on this flat-topped cloud, suggesting that that price level is going to be attractive. We have so many boxes now. Enough. Bullish signal on Ichi for the daily. Tough call. I'm looking at 7 to 740. I think is very probable here. I think you're gonna have some trouble once you get up higher in breaking. You know what? Let's do it this way. There we go. If you're able to close over that 740 area, all of a sudden this 885 becomes much more likely. But right now, it's outside of like that 700. It's going to be really difficult to make many more conclusions here. So if you bought down here in the 400s on mana, I would say just chill on it, just hold it. That's what I would do. If you entered on this FOMO rally, I would look probably to get out at 700 to 740 sets. That's looking very prime for price action. So we're gonna go to AA. Then we're gonna look at NASDAQ again for Mr. Bossman. So this again doesn't have much chart history. Let's see if anywhere else has it. I wish there was some indication. I had like some indication that's like this one has a lot more chart history, or this one has the most. It'd be a great feature of TradingView. You know, I'm gonna I have like a little formal chat with TradingView coming up. I might tell them that. I might be like, you guys need to include, at least in crypto pairs, like a little area that has the date. Maybe it just has the date of like the first candle. You know what I mean? Like December 2019. That way when you're flipping through these, you don't have to just guess over and over again. So this is not looking like as much history at all anyway. Here we go. Damn, all of a sudden we do. Cool. That's decking. Doesn't really happen in there. Okay. Cool beans. So we have a lot more chart history. That's excellent. Excellent, excellent. This is an interesting chart. No lie. Wow. Right. 48.50. 48.50 standing out as an important level here. Right on the macro. It could be a pretty nice little bounce off the 236, really shallow retrace. Never looked at this chart, so I'm kind of like experimenting here. So it is in retracement. We are in retracement. Really, no matter how we measure it, we're in retracement on this in some way. Really, that's the only reason I could see a bounce here. Make any sense otherwise. To zoom out. Weekly solid. RSI, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we definitely have an uptrend. We have a really nice low swing on RSI and on MACD on the weekly here. We're seeing this with a lot of coins. Seeing a really nice low there. Price not moving that much. I will say it's wonderful, wonderful that that weekly was able to close above 48.50. It even seems that this weekly has already backtested it. Now, spinning top kind of thing. 6 days and 2 hours left in the weekly, so really not much to infer from that yet, but it's beautiful to see it closing above, looking left, this high of 2018. We really want to see that established as support. Losing that value, not gonna be good. Seems to be respecting it though. That's weird. What's up with these candles? I've never seen that before. That's different. Okay. You have some bearish divergence potentially on these highs. Still up. We're at 618. Man, this coin's gonna be really hard to call an edge on. Really hard to call an edge on here. Incredibly hard. To be honest, from what I've seen so far, man, if I had gun to my head, take a position here, I'd be going short. Only because we're at the 618, just above the support. A hard call. Luckily, the daily isn't showing any signs of slowing yet. RSI and MACD are a little high for my likings here. And we see that really obvious consolidation happening right underneath this 1.8. If I was gonna go long, had to go long here, I would definitely be looking to stop at that 48.50 cent mark. And potentially, if I really wanted to go long in this, I could look to reopen at 39.25 area. Probably as far down as 531. This is rough, man. This is gonna be really rough to call an edge. I'm not bullish on this yet. It's beautiful. That weekly close was beautiful. It really kept it in the game. But man, this is a rough chart. Like, retraced enough already that the risk reward wouldn't be there for me personally. Did exit that descending channel, which is nice. And wish I had more for you. This is just going to be really hard to call an edge. You're at the 618 retrace of your high, right back above that pivotal support, bullish engulfed on the weekly into it, so you have some bullish signals there in the long term. You have bullish divergence on the longer time frames building, but it's in. Can't really give an edge here. Sorry, brother. If I had to, personally, if I had to take a position, I'd probably look to take profit or short. Yeah, good luck.
Can we take a look
brother.
at Beyond Meat to let the world know vegans suck at everything?
No problem, Vlad. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the thank you for everything. So we are gonna look at NASDAQ again. Let's just quick peek on Bitcoin. Just get a little movement during there. Doesn't really look like anything's happening. A little back test of this trend. Right. Okay. At the 2. We don't see a bounce here on Bitcoin. I'd probably be looking for this zone. Not super confident on it though, so I'm gonna make it. Alright. I set alerts here. So I know if just if anything happens. There we are. Okay, now we're gonna look again for Mr. Bossman. Mr. Bossman, how do you like these charts, brah? How do you like these indices charts? Friggin' slaying it. Slaying it. Did you see the back test here? I'm blown away by it. Blown away by it. Our inverse head and shoulders just play out. Got it. We hit this high. We had bearish divergence. I admit I thought originally it was just going to be a gap fill, but it came all the way back to our trend, all the way back to our target. Whoa. Boom. Despite not setting a higher high in comparison to its brothers, the S&P and DJI, I'm actually more bullish on this chart than I am those, and I can tell you for one reason why. Because we didn't get a high, I argue that this actually makes it better. Reason being is this can set up a lot more as a flag now, kind of thing. Whereas the others have reached up, set new highs, and then closed their dailies. Okay. When we look at the S&P 500 and Dow, the problem is we have a higher high today, and then they all close the same ugly doji. We have a higher high on the other ones. We don't have a higher high in RSI on any of them, but that's not as problematic for the NASDAQ, because the NASDAQ didn't have a higher high in price. What's up, R-Resi? Welcome. Welcome, fam. Lon Spike 74, what's up? Welcome to our family. Thank you for subscribing and following. Sorry if I missed anybody else. Oh, I did. Jeffrey Agu. Welcome, Jeffrey Agu. It's good to have you. Oh, and you, Martin Plumbing and Heating. Good to have you as well. Okay. So they all have this same setup on RSI on the daily, or the other two have a higher high. So they have strong bearish divergence where NASDAQ here, yes, it's like a tiny tick higher, but it's a much softer bearish divergence. So I actually am more bullish on NASDAQ, which is totally new to me. Never been more bullish on it. Totally new to me, yeah. It just seems like they're all struggling. We do have bullish divergence on these lows off our trend line locally. A little bullish signal. And we have it on MACD. So we had bullish divergence, but that may have already played out. Where would I be expecting? I mean, this daily candle is closed so ugly that it's hard to be bullish a short term. Even though like we had new highs across the market, it's weird. I'm just not feeling it. I guess we should connect this down to the gap even. Nah, we'll just take it from 618. So I'm looking. Obviously tomorrow, who knows, we could have a crazy weird day again where it opens up super high and sells off. Those things TA is never really going to tell you. But in lieu of that, I'm going to be looking for 11,600 down to 11,440 for the third target in a row. And what this would do, it would continue our uptrend and potentially paint what, like a running flat kind of thing. Alert. Curious. Woke up and I was like, man, crazy bullish on these indices. Like plus 6% or something, and then by the time I started streaming, they had all started like sold off pretty hard into their gains. But if we look closer, we see that really today's candle really just put in a new high and then filled the gap. So we could see this open again. Anything on the hourly that suggests it. That's what I also don't like about stocks is, so we closed here with like bullish divergence, but we didn't see it wane off. But who knows what can happen, like into a new open tomorrow. All of a sudden this could be up just like today. Tricky. Very tricky. But this gap is closed, so really, I see it one of two ways. This either opens up tomorrow and rallies to a new high to do what everybody else did, or it's going to look for that retrace down here around 11.5. I would watch overnight futures. I would watch futures actually right before market open tomorrow, get some kind of idea what's going on. But I am more bullish on this than I am the other indices all of a sudden. I like that it didn't put it in a higher high. But this doesn't look good. This is bad. This is S&P 500. This is bad. You don't want this higher high with all kinds of bearish divergence. Just not the good, not healthy. Not the healthy. Oh, this got filled. So I have a feeling they open down tomorrow to fill their gaps. I mean, that's not very far in S&P 500, 35.29. The NASDAQ already filled it, so another reason I think it's in better shape, really. Hopefully that was good for you. We did talk about it a little more if you go back in the episode. But thank you, Sir Brossman. I agree, dude. Stocks love respecting TA. They love respecting TA. Yo, Mr. I don't know how to say your name, brother, but I know you. We were chatting about Crow. Doing the Crow chats. Good to have you here, brother. Whale alert. Uh-oh, everybody freak out. Whale alert. See what actually happened. So weird. Why every time someone says whale alert in our chat, why is it that I've only, and this is recent, the last few weeks, every time I've seen someone say it, they're not right. They're wrong. 2,000 Bitcoin, 2,600 Bitcoin was not transferred to. In the last hour, we see 7 million packs printed. You see 800 Bitcoin move from Bitstamp to Coinbase. That's a neutral move. That's spot to spot. That's nothing. Likely that is for arbitrage trading. That they're maybe low on Coinbase spot. And then we see, okay, 900 Bitcoin from unknown to Coinbase, 1,000 to Coinbase. All right, sorry. I thought one of those was actually off of Coinbase. So 1,900 to Coinbase. Yeah, you are right. I was sorry. I misspoke. I thought it was 1,000 off, 1,000 on. It's just really not them. Not a big one. Eckers is. What's up, dude? Welcome. Thanks for the subscribe. At 2,000 Bitcoin to Coinbase is, it's not the most bullish thing. It's mildly bearish. But look at the inflow and outflow over the last, I don't know, few months. 4 hours ago, we had 2,000 Bitcoin off of Bitstamp. 4 hours ago, we had another 1,000 Bitcoin off of Coinbase. At 80 million USDT sent to Bitfinex. 1,000 Bitcoin off of Coinbase. The net flow is way more important than a single transaction, unless that transaction is like massive. We saw like 40,000 Bitcoin get transferred to Coinbase. Maybe that's something to pay attention to. 1,000 in, 1,000 out, isolated, like as an event, just like isolated as an event is really just nothing. If you look at the rest of the day, we've seen the net on Coinbase is way negative. There's many thousands that have left, and then we have that 2,000 put back on. I would say the net for Coinbase today is like maybe minus 10,000 Bitcoin. Something like that. I've only gone back like 12 hours. I'm not going to go back. But yeah, sorry about that. I misspoke. But it's important to not look at these things in a bubble. They're just not important that way. And they're really deceptive. They can lead you in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? No bueno. It's a no bueno. Nice. Got a few new people on Discord. Very nice to see. By the way, if you're not in Discord yet or you're just joining us, get in Discord. The best way to keep up with the stream. Absolutely. Jump on in there. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the way. And check out Patreon. If you're a trader or new to trading, new to crypto, let me help you with your crypto journey. Check out Patreon. That was my quick. What else? Did I miss anything? Jason Kerr, what's up, brother? Fiat Fisters, I like it. Yo, new fallen angel, the NT brother. Been a while. Wow, Mr. Crocodile. Lucas dos Santos, I'm not sure what you're referring to. You think it's going to be corrected hardly after a big... This red candle is showing... I don't know. I'm not following you, brother. Yes, Bitcoin will always, no matter how bullish, will always have corrections. I don't think anything we've seen today suggesting that. I don't think anything we've seen... Really? I don't think we've seen signs in general yet of a correction. Typically we won't, though. Corrections typically in a bull run, corrections are not something that are easily identifiable. Crypto Omega, what's up, bro? Welcome. Stonks only go up. No, that's thinking of memes. Memes only go up. Stocks stonk. Memes only go up forever. Rico, that's what we were doing. We're looking, I missed Rico. I knew I'd forgotten. Is it Beyond Meat? Know what they take? BYND? Beyond Meat. Beyond. Hey, I like Beyond Meat and I'm not a vegetarian, right? Right? This isn't really not that bad of a chart. See if we can eye up some trends. Nice little divergence on the daily lows, though. Nice little divergence on the RSI lows. MACD lows. And Bitfinex. Bitfinex funding doesn't seem to care about Beyond Meat. Take a look. Where are we in our retracement? Establish where we're at. A2. Post? I don't. Wait, what? Rico, what is this post thing? Stocks are confusing. Is that what it's trading at now? Did it drop that hard? Ooh, 786, back to the 5. Man, this is in spicy territory, though. This is in definitely spicy territory. No, man, I might be bullish on this. I didn't expect to see that. I just... bearish div on the, even on the RSI. Yeah, let's look at the 4 hour. Bullish div on the 4 hour, man. I don't know, man. This actually looks pretty good. Actually, it looks decent. Got, let's see. This is what I'm seeing on this coin. Man, I am such a crypto loser. We have the full retracement. We have 0.5 back to the 3.2 to the 618 back to the 8.2. Then we have 786 back to the 0.5. What, I mean, that's like solid fib growth there. Let's just hide the chart, see what that looks like. That's pretty solid. Could be looking to find support here. Finally backtesting it at 143, unless this 116 post beat, that's what it's at post market, in which case it seems screwed. If that's not the case, which I'm starting to think it is, I would really think of a retest back to the 200 again. At minimum, a retest to the 618 at 166. Then maybe you'll see the something like that. Paint your bullish div. I don't know. This is a funky chart, but I like how Fibbolicious it is, man. Look at these touches. The 618 is like perfect. 786 is perfect. 0.5 is a little sloppy. Then it just like retests 382 really strongly. Thank you, sir, Lucas DeSantos. I love you being here, brother. The McDonald's news. I actually did read something about that, actually. I just kind of forgot. Or I think realistically I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I was like, okay, McDonald's, like, earnings. 9th? Isn't today the 9th? Today's the 9th. Wonder how the earnings looked. Either way, if the earnings aren't out, don't freaking touch it. So it's actually at 116. I don't know how that crap works. That looks right. Huh. Well, it's gonna, if it opens down here tomorrow, gonna have quite the gap. I would imagine a bounce then. And if we're looking more long-term bearish, then that bounce target gets brought down to maybe 143. And what's really nice about that, if that's what we see, is then we have this beautiful descending channel that it's going to build. That. I don't know. Isn't it interesting though, and I always say this, that markets are psychic and people think I'm crazy. So it's like, that McDonald's news, clearly people knew. But we didn't know until today. And look, this had like a sell-off that it hasn't really seen at all. The only other time it had a sell-off similar to this is back here in October 2019. September, end of October, and then I guess like right here as well. Since March of 2020. Really trended up, and then all of a sudden it starts trending down again early October. Has this little like recovery, I guess this would be a dead cat considering it's going to open down here now. It looks like the market knew. I think the market knew for a while here. So take it or leave it. I think markets know the future. My belief, and I'm sticking to it. Yo, Max Power. Have I read the Bitcoin Standard? No, I have not. Max Donnelly, what's up, dude? Welcome back. Sean Gardner. What's up, Sean Gardner? And the false flags. And the spoiled beans. Mr. Bean. Welcome, Mr. Bean. That's all good, Fallen Angel. Don't worry about it. Everybody's got a life. Perfect, stable, Sharpie genius. What's going on, bro? Consolidating. Yeah, markets are looking pretty good though. Crypto Slow Joe Mamang. Good to have you here. Congested. My shirt inside out. No, the inversion on, I flipped the mirror on the camera so that it, I don't know, so that it looked better. Party popper, party popper, party popper. Rowan McKay. Yeah, exactly, man. You're on the same page as me. Gabriel Hajoka. Ocean's pumping, is it? There we go. I mean, going for our target. Another live call. Bum 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 bum. Just like the norm here, man. I don't know. I don't keep track because I try to rewatch my lives, but spend so much time doing TA and making stuff for the patrons and managing community and doing my own charting. Like, I don't have enough time to really go review them. But I honestly would say What percent, you guys who are around a lot, what percent of episodes do you think that I make a call live and it happens? Don't factor in the ones that aren't right, because those happen too. But I would say like at least one per live episode. I think if I make a call and it like plays out pretty much during that live. 58.92 target on Ocean USDT. So rock and roll, rocket and roll. November. Wolfpack, how could I teach you to be as cool as me when you're already? I think I missed some. Shredder, what's up, man? Mark it up because of vaccine. Maybe. I don't know. Stocks are different. Stocks do seem much more dependent on the news. Much more dependent. Can't explain it. Yeah, it's just how stocks do. Fire call. The viewership. We were strong and then it's just go down. Okay. We've already got like 2 hours in. We're good. We're not gonna have the craziness that we had like, I don't know, back here. That's some crazy viewership. We did hit 260 viewers though. That's not bad. That's not bad, guys. Down to 164. Not bad. I feel like we're probably gonna drop out of the search here soon. Might be because Mitch went on. Wonder if Mitch knows. Wonder if he knows it's not the weekly close today. He just showed up on my subscription thing and his thumbnail is weekly close candle. I'm not crazy, right? Today's Monday. Today's Monday. Not the weekly close. Probably just his default. Really? I'm not. Am I expecting a large retracement? No. Not at this point. Am I expecting a large retracement? The future? Yes. Right now I'm just not. We're not seeing it yet. This is maybe not the cleanest pattern anyone's ever seen. Like clean. Might not be the cleanest pattern anyone's ever seen, but I mean, so far, dudes. So far, we're just in the same pattern that we've been doing. They're coming up. About the beginning of this episode, you'd know that we are looking for 13,860. We don't know. Well, I'll say I don't believe. It is not my opinion that happens this month or next month. But it's my opinion that we see that early 2021. But man, I'm not always right. Right, I get it. Funding, beautiful funding. Are you going negative finally? Maybe. Where we need for the dailies. Or the daily close. That's actually a really nice daily candle. God, dude, how do I do that? Fear button. Hate that button. It's like, I don't know what I hit, like F1 or something, and that stupid Brave thing pops up. This is not a bad candle. You can see just basically the highs coming down, lows coming up. That's the same pattern. Seeing a lot. Pattern. Not really. What is going on with my browser? Getting triggered. Getting triggered, boys. Brace for triggering. And really just not even connected. Really just looks like more of the same. All back here. Maybe seeing it again. I don't know. Don't know. Do get it, because it's not a will we or won't we get a correction. When we always, nothing goes up, nothing just goes down, except for the dollar, which always just goes down. 13,868, 13,864. Correct, it's 13,860. That's where I'm looking. I don't know. Are we gonna get it now? I don't think so. I would expect to see bearish divergence locally on the highs on the daily. We don't have it. We have bullish divergence on the lows on the daily. I'm not sold. Not sold that we're done. I'm not sold. Sold. Hour. This looks like it's flagging out to me. That's I'm seeing. Mr. Or no, M. Grozny. What's up, M. Grozny? Welcome. Thank you for following. By the way, everybody else, hit that follow button if you haven't yet. Do it. Follows. Make that crown pop up more. Gets me excited. Yeah, we're really not doing much. I'm gonna pull that key, pulling that key off of my keyboard after this. This is a cheap keyboard anyway. I'm taking off whatever key does that. I'm breaking it. I do it every episode. It trolls me every episode for the last time. Ever again. Never again. Yeah, man, I just don't see it. People have been waiting and waiting and waiting since March. Since March, people have been waiting for lower, waiting for cheaper prices. Since March, they haven't gotten them. No, don't know. Ain't yet. Oof, man. When we do get it, it's gonna come out of nowhere. That I can tell you. I don't see any reason to stop at 16K. At 12, at 12.5. I could see a reason to stop at 16. 1 to 16.4. It's the standard scale. 783 retrace of the 20,000 to 3,100 move. Gonna be a profit taking level, very likely. But 16? I don't see not see a rhyme or a reason. Up here. Like not even. What did we even trade there? 799 maybe here. I could see some like real resistance, but that's even a weak example. Right, where is right here? Look at the price action at 16. It's just not a level. You can go up here, 17.1. That might sound familiar. That's a resistance. That's gonna be a real resistance. At 16, I don't know. There's just nothing there. Psychological. Minutes till close. Virgin. Nothing. Pretty chilling. I think it's just like chilling out time now. You can just chill till it closes. Justin Adam, to answer your question right here. Right here. By the indicators by neobutane. It's called BitMEX Funding and Premium Index. Then in brackets, neobutane. It's the one with 5,400 likes. So. Why can't I have that one? Like the author for more information. Ever. What's up, Nicolas Wanecki? How you doing? Good to have you. Renee Silva. Oh, dude. Embo Rider, what's up, man? Everybody's joining us now for the late night, for the close. Hello, bro. Hello, governor. Hello. Hello there. I'm just I can't even do it. Joins the Discord. DC, thanks for watching, brother. And thanks for liking the shades, man. Sleepy time in Europe, I understand. Well, we're live every day, so get on that Discord and make sure you don't miss our live streams. Same to you, Lukush. I assume you're in the same boat. Love you too, brother. Or sister, I don't whatever you are, I love you. Benedict Watson, is it a bull flag or a fake out? So far it's a bull flag. The fake out could be. That's the thing, you only ever really know in hindsight. Are looking pretty good. Special brand of sunglasses. Oh yeah, Stefan, I've seen it. I've seen it. I look at it every day. Surprising. So I was surprised that it hit 90. Then it sold like on the sell off on the 7th or whatever, down like a little bit. Like 80s maybe. And then what? Yesterday's close, like here, it was like back to 90. I guess it's about to update again. Either way, we'll see. Hopefully, it's a little lower. I did a long rant on that actually there the day before. Welcome to check that out. But you know, it's a tool. It certainly has some accuracy. I definitely would never ever trade based on it though, like solely. Yo, Ja, welcome, brother. Been a while. Nicolas Waneke. I think you're looking for the patron, brother. You're welcome to join the Discord group. That's free. Everyone's welcome. In fact, more than welcome. I command you to get in the Discord. I command you. But the patron, that might be what you're looking for. That's our premium. Hate that word. But because I wish I could spend time with everyone, help everybody with trading in crypto and answer. Because if you guys know my history, if you've been around, you know that I've spent tens of thousands of hours doing just that for free. But I just simply can't do it for everyone. So I have a patron. Helps support me, helps support the stream. And then it allows me to prioritize my time and really get in depth with the people who want it in a Patreon hype. Hype. Yeah, the hype is definitely chilling. If we're not in search. Still in search, alright. The energy's low. Baktaken, what's up, man? And yes, Patreon is our paid group. Not a signals group. Nothing shady like that. Its focus is education. Comes with one-on-one time, mentoring, tutoring, really whatever people need. Some people don't even really trade on it. They're just in it because to ask me crypto questions. Like about wallets and security, general things, you know, just general crypto knowledge. So it can be whatever you want it. Really, it's whatever you make of it. You know, I offer as much as I can through it. And I'm always open to feedback and suggestions on how it can improve, but it's, you know, it's what you decide to do with it. Of course, back to Ken. Good to have you, fam. Crown Crypto, bro. Crown Crypto Club. Yo, Jerry Macy, my brother. It was a good chat with you today. Jerry Mason and I had a great chat. The best chat. No one chats better. Yeah, Wolfpack's mostly here just to throw me off my game. Keep me on my toes. He knows I appreciate it. Ah, well. Seems like Zahypens and Tolerant. Definitely. And then Zaholler. So, I think it might be just around that time. I would like to keep going till the close. And he's good.